Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. Welcome to Fueled Fridays.
We're
Fueled
doing this
Fridays.
again
We're doing this again. We're trying another podcast. We're
because the
ad-libbing the
last one
puns.
sucked
Is
ass.
what we're going on. Watch me get kicked out of this. No, never mind. We're
I
good.
hope you get kicked out.
Anyways, welcome to Fueled Fridays. I'm filming in a TMU study room, so hopefully TMU doesn't see this.
They
Because I don't
will.
know if you're allowed to do that.
Oh, you should have checked.
And I have a mic that I also borrowed from TMU.
You should be
Fueled
fine.
Fridays is our weekly podcast that we're starting here on Powerfueled. As you can see, I've written it on this whiteboard. And we're going to use this as an opportunity to hold ourselves accountable for being on social media more, as an opportunity to advertise our projects, our friends' projects, and to talk about all kinds of media that
Stupid
we
shit.
love.
Wait, are we allowed to do that?
You can say whatever you want. This is our podcast. It's the Wild
Okay.
West. Structure of this podcast is going to be basically once a week, every month, because there's weeks and months, and that's
Yeah.
how the calendar works.
This is the
And
type of
basically
people that are going to college.
university even.
The university. Yeah, wrong one.
The first week of every month is going to be called the monthly media roundup, where we talk about all our favorite films, TV shows, even music if we want that we watched and enjoyed last month,
Did you
even
watch
theater.
music?
You could watch music videos. That's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
And the rest are going to be guests from the industry, performing arts industry, film industry, basically whoever we can find. We're going to bring people on to talk about shows that they're in, shows that they've done, their motivations as people, what they love, what they hate, maybe. And our guest next week, because we can announce that, is going to be, surprise, surprise, my girlfriend, Laura Brunelle. But she's not just my girlfriend. She's also a dancer. And she's gonna
Choreographer.
come on and talk about, what did you say?
Choreographer.
Choreographer too. And she's gonna come on next week and talk about mental health in the dance industry, which will be really cool. So we're each gonna bring forward for this media roundup. We're each gonna bring forward films that we like. We're gonna talk about it back and forth. Films that we watched this month. They don't have to be new, just something that we watched for the first time in May. Do you want to start us up?
No, you do that.
Okay, great. Because I was gonna start off.
You're the main host.
Okay, I was gonna start off by talking about Sinners, which I think you also saw.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
So I saw Sinners last week, and if you don't know about Sinners, you're probably living under a rock. Sinners, directed by Ryan Coogler, the director of Black Panther. I believe it came out at the end of April.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think it was
And
April 25th.
Sinners is, everybody's looking at me. Sinners is a survival horror vampire movie that also highlights like the power of blues music, and it's really crazy. Like, it's probably one of the most insane concepts of a film I've ever seen. Also, Michael B. Jordan does the Liv and Maddie thing where he plays.
Oh my god. Liv and Maddie, out of all the things you can think of, you pick Liv and Maddie.
What other?
Lindsay Lohan, Parent Trap.
Parent
That's the
Trap.
famous one.
I guess. I don't know. I'm brain rotted. I'm Disney kid brain rotted, bro.
Yeah, well, everything's a Disney movie now.
It's true. Anyways, I loved Sinners. What did you think about Sinners?
I thought it was pretty good. I didn't think it was terrible. I wasn't wait, can we do spoilers?
We can do whatever we want. It's the Wild West.
Spoilers. I wasn't expecting. Was it Stack?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting him to become a vampire, at least a vampire too early.
Oh no, Smoke. I think Stack is the one that survived.
Well, none of them survived. The one that got turned into a vampire,
yeah.
I wasn't expecting him to get turned into a vampire. Wasn't expecting
think it
Haley
was
Steinfeld to be turned into a vampire.
Me neither.
I wasn't expecting the other one to die. Really, I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting anyone, like the main two, like the Michael B. Jordan characters. I wasn't expecting them to die.
Yeah.
I've only seen the trailers. Actually, never like. It was kind of one of those movies I just kind of watched. I didn't have too much interest in it at first, but I thought it was like at the end it was pretty good.
Yeah. I think like the most powerful thing to me about Sinners was kind of like the vampires being used as stand-ins for like oppression and like the KKK.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I like that. That's like a interesting take on like vampires too.
yeah, which I found was interesting. And then I also thought it was cool how like I can't even remember his name. The main vampire guy, the Irish vampire
Oh
guy,
God, yeah, I don't remember his name.
how he was like he kind of took advantage of like people's racism to get them to like entrust him.
Yeah,
And then that thing and like it was really creative usage of like vampires have to be invited in because it's like obviously a
that
folklore
is
thing that we're you know.
that is a very not well known thing, but that is like also part of vampire lore. Which I think that was really interesting that they included that like little piece of lore that no one really knows about.
Yeah. And for me, like I saw it as being like them like that's like the invasion of black spaces, right? And like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
taking advantage of like their a welcoming atmosphere.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
That.
also thought like yeah, just taking a look at like appropriation of like blues music and how blues evolved in the country, but we
Yeah.
all know where it really started.
Yeah. I never really thought of that kind of stuff like while watching the movie or after watching the movie, but now that you like mention it, yeah, that I do kind of see that now.
It was really cool to me as like somebody who's a big blues fan.
Yeah.
Um, and like something that a lot of people might not know about the film as well is like the guy at the end who played like the older version of the cousin who played music and everything.
Yeah.
Um, he's actually the older guy in the end credit scene. His name is actually Buddy Guy. He's a very famous
I think I've
blues
heard of him.
musician,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is pretty cool. Um, and another thing I've seen being brought up about Sinners is, are you aware of like the Robert Johnson lore?
No, I don't know. I it might be if you mention it, but I don't know about it.
I can pull it up. Basically, there's this kind of like theory called Crossroads about this like blues musician named Robert Johnson. Um, and well, Crossroads is like a song he wrote, but like there's kind of this like legend about him that he sold his soul to the devil for like success. Um, so a lot of people were saying that they thought that Sinners was almost like Ryan Coogler's take on the Robert Johnson story.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's also from like the same would have been from the same area, like Mississippi Delta region, so
Mm.
and another interesting thing that people were bringing up as well, or something that I find interesting, was that if this is like Ryan Coogler's way of kind of like reclaiming that story. First of all, I want to know what you think happened at the end, when he like looks up. You know the very very end scene where he's like in the
Where
church. He's
the
saying he's playing guitar.
I think so. Yeah, maybe.
What do you think he's looking at? Because a lot of people have different theories.
I He's looking up.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't really remember it because I saw it like a week ago, but I don't really remember the end of it. That just happens with all movies. I don't really remember how they end. I I don't know. Who do you think was at the end?
My hope is that he's looking at God, A lot of people think he's looking at the devil,
I could see that, yeah.
but I think it'd be really interesting, like, if Ryan Coogler were to be like, okay, here's the Robert Johnson story of people basically like demonizing this black man by saying that the only way he was successful is because he sold a soul, and like
Yeah.
reinventing that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's one movie that we both saw this month.
Yeah.
It's your turn to bring forward a movie.
I probably know you haven't seen this one, but one of the major standouts for me was the new Final Destination Bloodlines. After,
Yes, it's all you,
yeah.
buddy.
Yeah. After 14 years, Final Destination came back, and it was the best one, better than the fifth one. The opening premonition was with the what is it, like the sky, like it's basically like a CN Tower sort of building where it was like a glass bottom, and it was like
Oh
it was
hell
a
no.
dance, yeah, and it was a dance, and it was like the song they're dancing to was like Shout, that, and like that scene was very good with suspense. A kid dies. He gets crushed by a piano in the premonition. That was one of the funniest parts of the movie. And like they showed this kid's death, like full on, just lots of gore, which I wasn't expecting because usually they don't do that with kids in movies anymore. Like they're not allowed to
Yeah.
really show violence. It was CG, and it wasn't like the best CG, but I felt like only like one of the major problems I had with it was that all the kills were like mostly CG.
I mean, how would you even do practical effects for a guy getting crushed by a piano, to be honest?
They did it basically. They did it with Tim Carpenter back in the second one. He was like a kid. It's not exactly the same, but he got crushed by like a pane of glass. And that was practical. Most of the effects they probably could have done practically, but they didn't. I thought the relation, because it's about like a family bloodline. It's like death, chasing after the families of like the people who escaped, which makes no sense if you've seen the second one, because the way they escaped death in the second one is by bringing new, well, they thought escaping death would be bringing new life. So like having a child, that didn't work because the person didn't die in that, but they did also have lots of references too. I watched 2 through 5 before because I already knew about the first one. They gave a backstory on Tony Todd's character, and Tony Todd had like a great send off for his career because he passed away, unfortunately. And I remember they got him to like speak unscripted, like his final goodbyes to the audience sort of thing, which I thought was great.
That's kind of sweet.
Yeah, I also really liked the relationship between the cousins, Eric,
Whoa, whoa,
Bobby,
whoa, whoa,
and
whoa.
Julia.
Sweet home
Not that kind of
Alabama.
relationship. Like their sibling bond, especially with Eric and Bobby. Eric was the definite highlight, other than the fact he died. I liked the twist too, whereas like Eric wasn't actually a part of the bloodline that was supposed to die, because it was supposed to be the girl with the premonition. It was supposed to be her side of the family. So like the dad of the main character and the mom of the cousins, they weren't supposed to die. But they killed Eric because he helped try to kill Bobby to bring him back to life. And they both died by an MRI machine, and it was extremely violent.
I did see that. That was practical, right?
I don't know if that was practical. Bobby's like hedgerow might have been practical. If it wasn't, it looked very good CGI.
I saw
Eric,
like a BTS clip of like a guy getting folded in half
yeah,
in
that was
MRI
Eric.
machine.
Yeah, that was real. I didn't know that because it looked kind of CG when the wheelchair went through him. But
Some of it could have been.
Eric was a really good standout. He was really funny. He's probably like the best character in the entire series, to be honest. Richard Harmon was a very good actor, and he gets a 10 out of 10. He helps the movie be so good. Then the tattoo shop scene. Have you seen that?
No, I
The
haven't seen. I haven't. I don't watch those kind of movies, man. Just
Yeah, it
all
wasn't
you.
like a violent one. It was like a fake out death. So like his nose ring got caught on this like chain that was wrapped around a fan. It was like bringing him up, and that was a really good scene as well. It was like really good suspense. Suspense. It was like probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie. That's all I have about it, really. But it also like it's just a good movie. If you can see it, absolutely do it. If you can also handle blood, because it's definitely the bloodiest Final Destination. There's another death. There's another one that's really good, and it's also in the premonition, where it's I think it's a maitre d'. It's like a bunch of people trying to be shoved in an elevator. Like they're trying to shove each other in an elevator, and then the elevator closed on him and cut him in half, and it was extremely violent. And they also got the main character from Marley and Me, the prequel one. They got the main kid from that, and he's like 38, and he looks like he's like 17. I just wanted to point that out because I thought that was really funny. And that's all I have on that movie.
There you go. There's some like douchey gym bros like right outside, so hopefully they're not too loud.
Near the library. That doesn't sound like their preferred place
No,
of
that's like
work.
all of TMU actually. It's like
They're just
artsy kids and gym bros.
They're just gym bros. Gym bros at what is it? A drama school?
It's not. I mean, it's not. Like we
You
have a
have a
drama program,
gym.
but there's like
Is is what is it? TMU? Is that not just like theater? Is it more stuff too?
no, it's huge. And there's also like in the school of performance at any given time, like it's actually really small. There's probably only
Mm.
like 400 kids in the whole school of performance at any given time, like throughout all
Mm.
4 years. It's like we only accept 24 people per year in
Yeah,
acting. There's like 30 in dance and then like 60 in production per year. So,
there's dance classes there. I guess
yeah,
yeah, that
bro.
makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, there's
We
probably
have classes
choreography. Do you have
with the
like
dancers.
choreography classes? Probably.
I we don't. The dancers
You
do.
don't really? I
We
guess
have like dance
yeah.
classes, but just like basic dance. We did African
Yeah.
dance this year, which was cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, I do want to highlight, I want to hit each thing and then come back to it. So, like, again, it doesn't have to be a new thing, it doesn't have to be something you finish, but like, I know we don't watch that much TV, but let's just like highlight a TV show that like we watched even one episode of this month that we were like, this is really good.
I I haven't watched a single episode of TV at all. I don't
Okay,
watch TV.
well, I'll do TV and then
Yeah.
you can do movie.
Okay, because
Um,
I have another movie, but it technically also wasn't like May. It was June 1st that I want to
that's
highlight.
okay. We'll let it slide.
Yeah,
Do you want to go or should I go?
you can go first because we're actually covering TV here, so you should do that.
Okay. I want to quickly talk about White Lotus, which I have not done, but I just started because I heard everybody talking about like how good the new season was, and I was like, okay, I gotta like finally watch White Lotus. And dude, I've been sleeping on White Lotus. Like it's so
What even
funny.
is White Lotus about? Which one is
It's
that?
basically about these like tourists going to this resort. Um, and they find out that there's kind of some mess up stuff going on behind the scenes, and like the locals don't like them very much. Um, and it has a lot of messages about just like I know it was a big thing that came up when it first came out because Hawaiian people were asking people like not to come to Hawaii because their natural resources were getting trashed by the government and stuff.
Mm,
Um, but it's also just really funny. Like it's kind of a dark comedy, and it's like one of the most ridiculous shows and also like clever shows that I've ever watched. I'm so excited to like finish it and keep going. So if you haven't seen White Lotus, be like me and get on it. It's on Crave if you're in Canada. If you're in the US, it's on HBO Max, I'm pretty sure. So that's my TV show.
Isn't Canada getting HBO at some point? I thought it was.
Maybe
Or just
they're all like
if it's not HBO,
amalgamate.
no, I don't know. I think that's the Warner Bros. Wrong. Warner Brothers wrong one. That's hard to say.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just the
you
part
go
where
ahead.
okay. I recently watched a movie that was very good and very funny. It was one of the few. It's called what was it called? What We Do in the Shadows, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. You know that one?
that's a great movie, bro. Have you
I
seen the
know.
show?
No, I haven't seen the show, but
Now you gotta watch the
the
show.
movie is
Now that you've
really
seen the
funny.
movie,
The movie is funny as hell. It's like one of the few movies that's made me laugh more than once or twice. And that's like a
it's
hard
so
thing to do.
dude,
Like, I
it's
don't
so
even know what
good.
my favorite part was because it's just that funny.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if you know this, I found out a fact about, like, Stu, what's the name of the new vampire? It's his friend. That guy. You know how he's like, I think he was like actually like a computer guy who worked on that film. Like, he was a part of the film's crew, and that's what he did. He didn't
Oh,
act.
really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah,
Um,
I love that.
I really like the scene where what's his name, Viego, where he like got in the coffin and like you just see the lid just go up and down a little bit. that was very funny. And it's like written by Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clement. They're perfect together. Now
Yes.
they wrote it, directed it, and acted in it, and they're both like amazing. I love them both. They were like I think that that's one of the best horror movies of all time, probably. But definitely one of the best horror comedies. I don't know about horror comedies, one of the best. If you can, definitely check it out. I don't know what it's on.
I want to say it's on Prime and
It
also
might be
Crave.
on Prime, yeah.
It's no, it's
Or go get a physical copy of it because we need to support physical media.
that's really true as
Yeah,
well.
whether it's DVD or Blu-ray, but preferably Blu-ray, probably. I don't know. Rest in peace, Peter. By the way, Peter was rest in peace. This is a renaissance for Peter. Um, what else was there? That
You're supposed
line
to be
about,
silent during a moment of silence.
you know what I mean. The um that line about the Christians was really funny. The last thing we need right now is Christian. What was it? Christian cops when they're discussing about killing the cops. Like
Oh yeah.
the last thing we need right now is Christian. I'm trying to think of like other funny stuff because there's like lots of moments that I can't pick out one. I thought it was I don't know if you noticed, but there's a part where Viago, the Taika Waititi vampire, bites into like a woman's neck and it bleeds a lot. But then at the end of the movie, where Stu becomes like a werewolf and he's like eviscerated or something, they censored that for
Yeah.
some reason. I thought that was like odd because like why would they censor the organs but not the blood spurt from the woman?
Yeah.
But I guess like creative and all that stuff. It's like a mockumentary style movie too. Obviously, like it's a mockumentary style. It's not like a. It's kind of like the style of Borat, where it's like a mockumentary. It was like like an interview with like fake vampires or whatever. Like it was a fake interview with vampires, not an interview with fake vampires.
Yeah. Well, if you loved that movie, you gotta watch the show
Okay.
because it's all
Is
filmed in Toronto,
it
by the way.
ongoing? Like, is the
Yeah, it's
just ongoing?
still
Really?
going.
Because
It's
I
still
noticed it had
going.
like 6 seasons. That's a lot of seasons.
Yeah, it's all filmed in Toronto.
That's
I
cool.
worked with a lady who was a makeup artist on it, which was really cool. One time, so that was sick.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So like they use like obviously these practical effects, but like
yeah,
that. So it's probably like filmed similarly to like the movie. It's like a mockumentary style.
yeah.
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 I'll probably find a way to check that out. I don't know what that would be on. I think that
I
might
think it's
be
on
on
Crave
Amazon.
as well. I'll
Yeah.
give you my Crave password.
Yay. And I need the Disney
um,
Plus password again, maybe.
yeah, I got it. Jason's on my Disney Plus. Shout
I
out
need
Disney
I
Plus.
need to binge Mandalorian before the movie comes out.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that too. Actually, we should do it together. Low key.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my god, live reaction.
we could. Probably
Yeah.
not though, because actually that's illegal. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that breaks copyright
No,
law.
it's under fair use. As long as we're commentating
Barely,
on it. No, it
I
doesn't.
guess.
Even
I
if we don't
guess
record it and just react to what happens, I don't know.
that's true.
But it would fall under fair use regardless. Because, like, we're
True.
commentating on it. It's like a live reaction.
That's true.
So it'd be perfectly fine. Unless Disney, like, keeps
I
that
mean, it's
stick in their
Disney,
ass. Disney would
so
probably keep their stick in their ass. And, you know, just, like,
yeah,
get rid of it. But, we can try. We can try episode 1 at some point, maybe.
we could.
Oh, I probably should do that next year, though, like May of next year.
Yeah.
That movie is screwed, by the way, like absolutely screwed from GTA 6.
Jace thinks that the next Star Wars movie is screwed because
It will,
GTA.
GTA 6 will affect movies.
Yeah, but it's not the
It's got
same
4
audience.
days. It's got 4 days ahead. Well, not necessarily. It could be the same audience.
What I'm trying to explain to you though is that people are not going to be
Not
playing GTA.
everyone. It won't do well. It also won't do well because the new Star Wars movies after new Star Wars
There's
movie after
that too.
7 years, and no one really liked Rise of Skywalker because it was
Yeah.
apparently doo-doo fart.
Doo-doo fart. Hello everybody, welcome back to Fueled
Yeah.
Fridays. After a brief interlude, a very sweet old lady came into the room I was in and said, "Excuse me, I have this room booked." So I found another room.
Yeah.
And here we go. So next I wanted to talk about an album or a song highlight. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, because I know you
Because I
might
don't
not.
have any highlights.
My highlight from this month, personally, honestly, there wasn't many albums that came out this month that I was like super pumped about, but one that I kind of surprised me and how much I loved it was Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco's new album. I Said I Love You First and You Said It Back. It's just very good. It's a very good pop album. Call Me When You Break Up with Gracie Abrams is a banger. Blue is Flame brought me back some of that Brat nostalgia. So that's gonna be my highlight personally. I don't have much more to say about that.
Are you
Um,
excited for the new Sabrina song? It comes out.
yeah,
Yeah, it comes out tomorrow as a filming.
I'm also excited for. We're filming this June 4th. That's gonna
Yeah,
come
so
out
it
June
comes out
6th.
Thursday. It comes out Thursday.
This episode comes out June 6th. So by the time this episode's
Oh, this
out,
would be 6. Yeah, by the time this episode's out,
it'll be
it'll
out.
be out. And it might be good, it might be bad, who knows? It's called Man-Child.
Could be. I think it's gonna be
No, it's called Man-Child. It's been confirmed to be Man-Child.
fire.
Yeah.
I'll pass it on to you. You can talk about another movie.
I don't have any other movies, I think.
Alright.
I'm pulling up my letterbox because I don't remember what I've seen this month that I actually really like.
Oh.
I watched a shitload of things. A lot of them are not worth talking about other than Until Dawn real quick.
We saw it in April.
Yeah, I watched it again in May.
Okay, we'll talk about the Until Dawn movie.
It was good as its own movie, but it should never have been called Until Dawn, and they didn't need really to call it that, except for the fact it includes 2 characters.
I disagree with Jace on that because I thought that it kind of felt like a continuation of the story, like that this was a new group.
Technically a prequel, but it's also not, because, like, it had nothing to do with the game, really.
I think Jace is a hater, and I really liked it.
It tried to tie into it, but it also had, like, none of the characters. They could have just remade the game into a movie. with like the same-ish plot with like the coming back every night and all that crap, but like
But that's just
other
what
than that,
I don't know. I thought they did that well.
yeah, I guess they kind of
It
the
was.
deaths were good. I like that they were practical because you don't see that anymore.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't expect that with Sony, and I like that it was R-rated and not PG-13. They didn't pussy out on that. That's it. It was good, but not until dawn. Basically, that's what I think of it. They could have like even if they just changed the killer's mask and renamed Dr. Hill, it would have been a completely different movie. Like
Fair.
it wouldn't have been Until Dawn at all. And even then, the Psycho looked nothing like the one from the game, really.
I want to talk, I think, in this kind of last-ish section, because we kind of highlighted, I think, pretty much all the media that we wanted to touch on, unless there's anything else you
Yeah.
wanted to.
No, there's nothing else really.
I want to talk a little bit about, like, just what we're up to, what we enjoy doing, more about who we are. Um, so, hello, if you don't know me, Brennan. I'm an actor. I live in Toronto. I go to TMU for acting. I'm represented by Soho Management down here. A project that I have coming up that I'm probably going to highlight, I'm hoping to have the directors on the show closer to the date, is I'm doing a production of A Midsummer Night's Dream in Toronto, in Lawrence Park, I believe, on July 19th, which would be really fun. It's my second time doing this show,
Yeah,
as
because
Jace
you were
knows.
King Oberon or whatever.
And
Is
now
that the
I'm
right
Puck,
name?
which will be fun.
Are you gonna do it until you gonna do every version of Midsummer's Night Dream until you played every character?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the plan.
yeah, that's the plan. Every character ever.
It's my favorite play, so I'll do it as many times as people want me to do it.
You should just do your own version of it where it's just use every character.
Sure. Actually, there
Yeah,
was like a one-man Hamlet at Soul Pepper last year. I never got to see, but I was really curious about how it worked because I was like, Hamlet has a lot of characters.
yeah. So does
But
A Midsummer's Night Dream.
yeah, tell me about you.
I'm Jace. I watch horror movies for fun because I'm desensitized to violence. I
That's a
collect
crazy.
I know. I collect Funko Pops and build Lego and collect silly little Transformer robots and have them make sex, but not really, but I want to someday. Okay. Um I I don't know what else to say because Brennan needs hay and I'm rhyming now because I've ran out of things to say
He's rapping.
and I live in Georgian Bay, but not
Hey,
really
not
because
in the.
I am dressed like Peely
Oh,
and I did a wheelie on a
whoa.
motorcycle
Hey,
named Kyle. That kind of
oh,
rhymes.
not really.
Um, something about wind chimes.
Yeah,
What times
yeah.
tables are there?
Oh,
What rhymes with there? I guess there rhymes with there. I'm gonna go
yeah.
hug a bear.
All right, you're done.
Okay. No, I think it's there. It's just it's cushioning for the episode length. We're gonna just extend it as long as possible.
For sure.
We got those mid rolls.
What do you think about Married in a Year in the Suburbs?
What the hell is that?
Yeah, I've sent it to you. The guy that's on his tippy toes, he's like, "You'll be married in a
Oh,
year in
that
the suburbs." Yeah.
I don't remember that. I think it was stupid from what I remember, but I don't remember it. So
I think he is, I think him and Benton Boone, and this might be an unpopular opinion, and maybe even Alex Warren.
Are you gonna say that they're overrated?
No, no, I love them. And that's why I think I'll defend them. Well, maybe not the Married in a Year in the Suburbs guy. I actually know nothing about him, so I can't say I love him. I think, and also that video is, to be fair, is kind of goofy. But also, I'm never gonna hate on like another artist who's just doing his stuff. Like he seems like a genuine nice guy,
Yeah,
and so
I'm not gonna hate on Benson Boone. He has a very talented pair of pipes.
sure does.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I think they're getting what I like to call
he's good
Ed
at
Sheeran.
singing. I'm not into his music, but I can admit that he is a good singer.
I think that they're getting what I like to call Ed Sheeran right now,
What
where
happened?
like
What's Ed Sheeran? Where they're
peop
being like overplayed.
no, yeah, and people just hate on them because they have like they're only hearing the radio hits and they're like this is garbage.
I think that's kind of fair, but also like not really. Like Ed Sheeran has a lot more played songs. Benson Boone has what, 2 at most? Like
But like
mainly
Benson Boone's
1.
also only
But
been
he's
around for like
newer.
4 years.
Ed Sheeran's been around since the beginning of time.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran actually is God. He actually created.
Ed Sheeran is God. Yeah. And then Taylor Swift is God doesn't have friends.
He
Jesus.
might. She's the Holy Spirit, I think.
I
Oh,
was gonna say like one of the many Christian characters, but I actually don't know them. Just say a name. It's like a
the
common American
characters of the
name.
Bible.
Yeah. It's like John, I think. And Christian. That's his
I don't
name.
actually think there is a Christian in the Bible. Is there? Maybe I'm lying.
That would be really funny.
I don't think there is. There's definitely a John.
Imagine being an atheist and called Christian.
I'm sure there are people.
Yeah.
I
Do you
personally
think
don't know any
anyone
Christian.
goes by like just the name Christ when their name is Christian?
Probably. There's lots of weird people out there.
Yeah, those are probably the ones that are like obsessed with that. Obsessed with their like spirituality and all that. Like one of those like those anti Pride Month people. Oh yeah, by the way, Pride Month.
Oh
Or
yeah, happy Pride
yeah.
Month, by the way.
Yay, it's Pride Month.
We're not doing a Pride Month episode because I think every episode is technically a Pride Month episode.
Kind of, yeah.
Because we are here and well, I'm here in queer all year.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap,
That's a
bro.
wrap.
Yeah.
Pride Month, what a weird time to be a queer person.
Especially in 2025 and then
Yeah.
2026 and then 2027 and then 2028.
Hopefully not after that.
Yeah. And then maybe 2029 and then maybe
No.
2030.
No.
Hopefully
No,
not.
no.
Hopefully we do the flip-flop thing where we go from red to blue or blue to red or whatever depends on the country you're in.
Yeah.
There's the
It's a weird
good
time.
red and the bad red and then the good blue and the bad blue.
It's true.
Yeah. But there's no white. Well, there's no like color for political party that is white.
There probably
So,
is some independent party that is, but this
yeah, probably.
I literally haven't even touched this computer. It sounds like it's gonna explode.
It might be a nuke, you never know. Hopefully not.
I don't think it's coming through on my mic feed. Is it?
No,
No. We're
it
good.
doesn't sound like it. Hopefully it doesn't blow up.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, if it does, we had a good run. This episode wouldn't be published, but
I'd probably still put it up. It'd
somehow.
probably go viral. It would blow up.
Yeah, it would blow up.
Spotify told me that apparently after the 12th episode we can apply for monetization.
That's better than YouTube. YouTube needs 1,000 subscribers.
You have to
Which
also
we
like
have.
start getting more views and stuff, but
Yeah, we need views. We're not gonna get that.
Please watch and listen
Please watch and listen and like and subscribe and follow and
plug
what
us
are the
in.
like
Put us through
like
your
the
record
video and favorite it and what do they do on Facebook? Do they just like?
Carve the podcast name into a slab of stone.
Carve it into a tree.
Carve it into a tree. Spray paint it on a wall, maybe.
Blow up a message in the and the Great Lakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hack the government
Hack the
emergency
government.
alert feed, and then put an alert that says "Listen to Fueled Fridays" on there.
Hack the government. Hack the government. Like websites, and just
Fuck
put
that up.
just put Watch Field Fridays.
Watch Fueled Fridays.
Yeah. Change your bumper sticker to not your bumper sticker. Actually, you can make a bumper
You
sticker.
can make a bumper sticker.
Yeah.
We
You
will be
could.
selling bumper stickers.
It's funny because no one will know what your reaction is if they're just watching the audio.
Watching the audio.
Yeah, because you watch the audio, right? Kind of like what you do on Spotify. You kind of watch it, but not really.
You can.
But yeah,
You
you
can
can.
watch it because you can upload videos to Spotify.
Oh, I didn't know Oh, yeah, I guess you can upload videos to Spotify because isn't that what they do with music? Like some songs, or they have a little thing playing in the back.
Yeah. For
Is it that,
podcasts,
or
like
can you? I can. I can just upload video. I didn't know you could do that.
for podcasts, like all of this will go right on Spotify. This video feed.
So we're not just gonna do like an audio version and a live version.
I don't think so. I think it's easier to just do this.
Okay. I guess that's fair. But you're also gonna have to edit it, so.
Moonbeam ice cream taking
You
off
have
your
until
boots.
Friday to edit, okay, Brennan? You have like a day and a half.
Okay. I got this.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like the beginning of a rap song.
Are you la 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 or okay? Oh.
I don't know. We're gonna like do a rap at the end of every episode or something. Is that gonna be our thing?
No.
Because don't podcasts have a thing? I don't know. I don't watch podcasts.
Anyways.
I don't watch a podcast, but I'm doing a podcast. Yay!
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 My favorite podcast is Very Really Good. Shout out Curtis Connor.
Yeah.
5 big booms.
We need to get him as what? We need
5
to get
big
him.
booms.
Can we get him as a guest?
I think Curtis Connor's a little bit too in demand for our podcast, to be honest with you.
I know. Who cares? He'll do it. Do you have to pay people to be on your podcast? Like, do people pay guests, or they just show up?
We're not paying them.
So we could get like a. Oh, that's okay. Why don't we just get like an entire cast of like a stage show, cast and crew, the entire thing?
You know what? Maybe
talk about their show.
Talk about the show.
Just you. But like
everybody's talking at the same time on the Zoom feed, and it's just like.
Yeah, how many people are allowed on one Riverside meeting?
I don't know.
We need to test it. Get as many people.
It's the limits. Everybody who's watching right now, get on our Riverside link and join. It's gonna be like one person. It's gonna be my mom and Laura are gonna watch the first episode.
Yeah. Yay! But not any of our other guests that are coming on later. Those two, not those two guys.
When we're not spoiling, we're only gonna give away our guests a week ahead.
That's a teaser. I said guys. I said 2 guys.
2 guys.
Yeah.
I do want to say. Okay, here's the format going forward. Every week we're gonna put up episode on Friday. Same Friday, we're gonna post who the guest is for the next week. Throughout that week, we're gonna post little things on social media asking if anybody has any suggestions for questions to ask them. And then we're gonna do a little episode with them with those questions, our own questions.
And it's gonna be like 2 people, your mom and Laura.
It's gonna be my mom and Laura. And next week's guest, like I said before, is gonna be Laura Brunelle.
Yay, teasers.
Yay, teasers.
Yay, everyone's favorite thing. They love teasers so much more than the actual thing.
That's true. And I feel like that's gonna be the case here.
They're not gonna love her. I'm joking. They're gonna hate her. Next episode's gonna have 1 view. This one's gonna have 2.
We're still ironing out what we want the format to be. We're still ironing out our style. This is really just kind of a test for us. This is just a fun thing for us.
It's the pilot episode.
This is the pilot. This is This is before the plane even takes off. I'd say.
Yeah. This whole month is the pilot month.
This is the gate.
The gate with a Y.
This is the airport. This is the Denny's across the road from the airport.
Yeah.
That you get your pancakes at.
And then next episode is gonna be the parking lot.
And then maybe by the end, maybe by the last episode.
The third one will be TSA.
Third one was TSA.
The last one will, and then yeah. So this one is the Denny's across the airport. The next one is the parking lot. Second one, episode 2 is the parking lot. Episode 3
is gonna be TSA.
Episode 4 is boarding the plane, and episode 5 is the plane. It's gonna be
the plane. So by July, we will hopefully be on the plane.
Yeah, by July we should be in the air.
We should be in the air, and by like July of next year, we'll hopefully get to our destination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless we fail really hard somehow, or we just stop uploading.
Unless the plane goes in the ocean, and then that would be a whole thing. Then there's gonna be like probably like a Lord of the Flies situation, and then so that would be something we have to iron out as well. We have to get the rights for
teaser Lord of the Flies episode.
Survivor episode.
Yeah, you just get a bunch of fictional characters. You put them in Survivor.
It's just like this.
I've seen people put like fictional characters in Survivor before.
It's like you do like this, Survivor. But I just have a whiteboard in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like one of those small ones, and you're just walking in the woods.
Hey guys, today's episode is about how to drink your own piss.
Actually, we could do that. We could do like a summer month.
We can't do that.
next year.
Never.
We could do that next year. Next year.
No.
Not how to drink your piss.
Okay.
Just like episodes in wilderness and lots of wind.
We know wilderness people.
I know we're not wilderness people. Well, we'd probably die by the last episode.
And by by next August, it'll be the death episode. It'll be our funeral episode.
Yeah, August will just be our live funeral. Yeah.
Because we both decided to live in the woods for 2 weeks and die.
Yeah. We should do that. Or we should go to for like a podcast episode or whatever, like a vlog podcast. Is that a thing?
Vlogcast.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. We could do vlogs on here. And like we could vlog like Comic-Con next year.
Now that Powerfueled is up and running, I want to just do whatever we want to do. I want to do whatever other people want to see.
We can do vlogs.
We can do vlogs.
People love vlogs.
People love vlogs. Okay.
Your camera's potato quality.
I know. It's Riverside, it's not me.
No, it's you, I think.
You have to pay like $14.99 a month if you want it more than 720p.
Oh, yay. You have to pay for it. If we make money off of this, you're going to start paying for that for sure.
Maybe.
I have more than 720p. I look fine.
You look fine for you, just like I look fine for me. But for me, you look like a potato.
You look like a potato.
Well,
we both look like potato. Oh, now you're fine. 720p. It's 2025, and they're still giving us 720p. It should be like 4K that you pay $15 for.
I don't think it's even 4K. I think it's just 1080p.
They don't even go to 4K. Are you kidding me? That's lame.
Dude, I want to feel like I'm inside I want to feel like I'm inside your esophagus. If I'm not watching a YouTube video and it's not filmed from inside of your throat, get out of here.
Some people are into that.
That's the ASMR freaks, bro.
Brennan, you have Curtis Connor's hair almost. You need to cut it a little bit.
Dude, I just need a mustache.
You do need a mustache. If you have a mustache and you change your hair a little bit, you'll be Curtis Connor.
I need the Benson Boone effect. Moonbeam.
Curtis Connor does kind of look like Benson Boone.
That's kind of like haircut. It's been an ongoing joke, and he hates when people say that. I think it's really funny.
He hates it.
He hates it. He makes fun of it.
Wait, which one? Benson Boone or Curtis Connor?
Oh, Curtis Connor. I don't think Benson Boone probably. To be honest, I don't even think Benson Boone really knows who Curtis Connor is.
Oh, how dare he?
I don't think they run in the same circles.
Curtis Connor should get Benson Boone on the podcast. Very, really good.
I would eat that up. We should
get
Benson
free
Boone.
Promotion. We should stop promoting very, really good.
We're gonna
There's
get
no
Benson
free
Boone on this
promotion.
podcast.
Yeah.
Next week's guest is Benson. No.
Next week's guest, screw Laura. We're getting Curtis Connor
We're
instead.
getting
Not
Curtis
Curtis
Connor
Connor,
and Benson Boone.
Yeah.
Curtis Connor and Benson Boone live duking it out, live boxing match.
Chess boxing. We're getting a chess box. That'd take like Mr. Beast levels of money.
Curtis Connor and Benson Boone celebrity boxing match in the ring, live on Powerfueled.
Would you see? Would you watch that? Would you go to see that?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably would.
It'd be lit.
It'd be lit. Yeah.
Lit
be
like
lit.
a candle.
Light up the stage, whack the jump like a candle. Dance.
Is that not Curtis? Is that Kendrick Lamar?
That's Ice Ice Baby, Jace.
Oh, I don't know that. No, it's Kendrick Lamar now. He sang that song, right?
When this time I let me know.
Oh, is that Kendrick?
Yeah. All the stars that glow.
They should. Kendrick Lamar should do a collab with Anna Kendrick, so they can be Anna Kendrick Lamar.
That would eat.
If they like Dragon Ball Z or Steven Universe fused together.
Yeah.
What the hell are those bubbles? There's bubbles to the left of you. No, to the other side.
I'm underwater.
No, it's like weird. It's like a weird little thing that popped up. It was my left. It was like my left. So it's probably your right. Yeah, that direction. There's like a weird little thing that popped up. I think there's a look over there. It's some woman looking at you. It's the same old lady.
It's the monster from the black. Yeah, it's the same lady. She came in here and she said, "Oh, actually, I booked this room. I booked this one
room too. I need this room.
Yeah,
give me your damn room." Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I will say I think this episode has reached its natural conclusion.
Yeah, we're just about to leave the Denny's.
We're just about to leave the Denny's. Next week, we'll see you in the parking lot.
Yeah. Next week you'll see you in the parking lot.
Thanks for listening / watching.
And that's where we'll meet Laura, and then she'll morph into our next guest after her.
And then she will transform into Redacted, who will do an episode about Redacted.
Yeah. And then Redacted will turn into Redacted, who will talk to us about Redacted.
Redacted, yeah.
Whenever we need to, whenever there's a cut that
this lady was not old.
Another old lady came in.
The podcast
happens. We just need to blame it on an old lady. That's our thing now.
An old lady came in and shot me in the head. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. By the end of this week, also, I believe my short that I just filmed, Reversal of Rebirth, will be out, so I'm going to link that, hopefully.
Yay. I didn't know about this.
Yeah. I'll send you the
I totally knew about it.
Yeah, he knew about it.
Yeah, I knew about it the whole time. I was actually lying. I'm a pathological liar.
And
like LeBron James.
We'll see you next week, Friday, June 13th, in the parking lot with Laura Brunelle.
See you next week. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yay. Bye. Konnichiwa.